am here with blue-black control. It is Explorer again. I'm running a lot of two ofs, as I'm not 100% confident in any one particular card, so I think that's a pretty good starting point. I also obviously have a big habit of changing the deck as I go, adding and removing things, but this is just where I started. So I have one Gear Hulk and four Shark Typhoons. This is my primary win conditions. Would like to probably always stick one of these or just cycle a massive shark my opponent has no answer to and just kill him. We have no Thoughtseizes. I think playing more reactive is better, especially the times the Thoughtseize actually whiffs and you feel bad. Where you might have left up a counter spell on turn 2 and instead of actually Thoughtseizing, it could get a little awkward. It also doesn't work with Gear Hulk because it's not an instant, so it's just a little bit weaker there. Certain planeswalkers that might stick or whatever, we have the End. I love this card. I love it so much. So any excuse to throw it in my deck, I'm going to, and this feels like one of them. Again, it's an instant, just like everything else for Torrential Gear Hulk, which is nice. I'm running Field of Ruin. I know I criticize it a lot. There are man lands that can be annoying, right? I can't kill them with, say, Meat Hook Massacre, and then they take me out. But pretty much every deck has basic lands, so it's not really ever going to hose anybody, in my opinion. I might even just go down one, but I'll start at 3. I feel like I got the meta for it. My colors covered. Fatal Push, just a 1-drop removals, 1 mana removal spell for a lot of things that are all over the place from my personal experience so far. So I am about that now. Initially, not so much. If I need to use this to kill like 4-drops, maybe a lot, then you can run more Fabled Passages. Still kind of unreliable to get the Revolt there, but it's more than what you got now. Revolt is a permanent from the battlefield, so you can't like cycle a Shark Typhoon and trigger Revolt. Doesn't work that way. Just make sure. And yeah, that's about it. Counter spells, removal, blue-black control. Exactly where I want to be. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. I was gonna say let's go and see how we do at the same time, and it came out as let's see how we go. It's Gigantha again. How exciting. Can't say I hate this hand. Probably get a Swamp. Oh, it's red-white this time. I'd like to see a good old turn 1 Swift Spear. The old-fashioned turn 1 Swift Spear. I guess I play this in case I might change the equation or something. Okay, well, that's an easy just double removal. Easy double removal. I can't foretell, but that's fine, right? Just rip that band-aid off. I mean, I guess they could have a 3-drop, but I'll just counter this. That's also a pretty good draw. So, I have double black, and I'd rather not ping myself repeatedly. Do this, do that, do this, da-da-dee-da-da. Pretty self-explanatory. Favored Hoplite. Oh my goodness. Another one. Oh my goodness. Well, let's do this. Those are both pretty good. Let's eat their flashback card. Play that. Alright, so I can Meat Hook if they play a second threat. I mean, I could do it if they only have one as well. This doesn't poop out tokens, so I'm like so not scared of this. It's kind of funny. Just doesn't really feel like it does much. It like dies to Fatal Push. Just kind of dies. Cool. No. So, let's just do this now. Alright, very straightforward deck here. I'm going to sorcery speed this. I think I will actually take a second one of those. It is a legendary. You can't double up on that nonsense. Okay, let's do this on... Oh, they don't have any non-creatures. Oh, you monster. Alright, we'll just leave up the scry from the castle. I guess my opponent doesn't want to keep going. Yeah, maybe if they found like a land there or something, they might have kept going. Jegantha is pretty difficult for red-white to get into play, because they run like, what, 18 lands or something? I mean, I could have counted. I did cast the end and saw, but I imagine it's pretty land light. And given what we saw, it just, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Cool. Cool. Of course, I see it too late, but moving on. Like this hand. Yep, sure. I can't be convinced to Fatal Push turn 1. Alright, it looks like a very painfully obvious Consider. Or I guess Opt, but Consider is usually the first one. Okay. Blue-red again, sure. I would not be too upset if this was Arclight Phoenix again. I don't really know what goes land, go in blue-red. Maybe they have a white source and it's like some weird Jeskai thing. No, Canal does not scream Jeskai. Definitely, probably Arclight Phoenix. Yeah, I can't imagine this is like counter spells and just doing the control thing. Blue-red is not notorious for that. And neither is Spire Bluff Canal. It's usually just like the tempo DRC land and stuff. But they're not doing anything. Full stop. They're just not doing anything. They could just wait till... Okay, it is the same matchup again. I was about to say, they could just wait till turn 4, just like cast Arclight Phoenix. Because, you know, eventually I gotta answer them. Doesn't matter if I counter them. But that does not appear to be the case. I feel like this game got a lot harder, seeing how they didn't do anything early. And if they are an Arclight Phoenix deck, I don't know why they're not, like, doing stuff like this on their own turn. It's strange. They're probably more familiar with the matchup than I am, so we'll see what they do. There's the hall. Please play the... Thank you. And it got stuck in my hand. I mean, there are spell pierces, but it would be kind of strange to let me get to, like, Memory Deluge mana. Why are they end-stepping the cantrips for Arclight Phoenix? Huh. I'm so confused. Sure. I'm only going to counter threats at this point. They have an Ox. Whoa. Cool. So, it's not... Probably any other escape card would be kind of spooky scary. But right now, we are not in spooky scary territory. Also, my hand is predominantly black, which is kind of funny. Look at all these useful fatal pushes. Oh my goodness. Notably, my opponent did not cast pieces there. My opponent's literally seen half their deck. Like, this is... I feel like I'm in paradise, right? Like, this is draw, go, blue, black. Like, my opponent's casting cantrips. This is funny. This is like, how am I not in absolute nirvana right now? They must be waiting for an explosive turn or something. Or maybe they're trying to bait me into countering the right cards or the wrong cards. Or we have our first Arclight. This is the second Arclight opponent that's gotten relatively unlucky with the Phoenix. But they finally found one. All of them in the bottom half of the deck. Rip skis. But now they can start throwing them out there. Be surprised if they only got one, but it's possible. It's easy for them to kill it if I go to cast the end on it anyways. So it's not like I can reliably exile them. They have so many burn spells that are otherwise totally dead. They could also spam a bunch of spell pierces, which would be kind of annoying. I think I would actually fight over a burn spell on this, because I just don't want them to come back repeatedly. Odawara. Okay. That is an uncounterable way to save them. It is certainly uncounterable. Oh, man, if I found a Cling right there... Oh, they put it back in the graveyard. If I found Cling to Dust... Come on. Come on. Although Hall is kind of fine, sort of. I don't know when I'm tapping out for that, though. Look at all these Fatal Pushes. So useful. So useful. Gotta love it. Alright, here comes what I clearly is second Phoenix. I could have maybe fought over that one specifically, but my opponent can literally cast the Phoenix from hand, so it doesn't actually do all that much. It could easily find a third Phoenix. Is it Charm? Oh, okay, that's not that. Third Phoenix. Oh boy. Can't wait. And I have, like, no answer to these. Well, I'm gonna just throw this on something here. They did not have to cast the third cantrip, by the way. I think they did. They could have waited post-combat to cast this chart to just, like, keep cards in hand. Obviously, it doesn't matter too much. Yep, so I guess I'm not actually in paradise because my opponent has all the perfect answers. Nothing's left my... right? I have no revolt, right? Yeah, there's no revolt here. These Fatal Pushes are frustrating me to no end. Like, literally just so annoying. Shark Typhoon. Can I cast it and not get spell pierced? No. Well, yes, but that's not realistic because they obviously have multiple spell pierce. But if I can make a large shark, being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can make a 6/6. It would trigger Revolt. But it'll only trigger Revolt if I mean, it's only relevant if I am leaving up mana. So maybe I'll just make it as a 4/4? Unholy Heat would be kind of problematic, but I don't think they run that. I don't think Unholy Heat's... Is that even legal? Actually, I don't think it is. That's from Modern Horizons, right? Which is not in this format. Well, hopefully that's helpful. I'm always blocking. It would be nice to not block for a turn cycle. That way I have Fatal Pushes going. Maybe that was reasonable. To just not block, take it, and then next turn use this to do stuff. Oh look, it's the card I was talking about. What a surprise. Yeah, because now I just don't have Fatal Pushes, right? I mean, there's no world I don't do this. So I actually found my one Fabled Passage. That's actually kind of nice, right? So do we want Otawara? No, I think we want card draw and removal. And we got to be pretty diligent when we choose to get rid of this Fabled Passage. Got to be pretty diligent. Opponent does need a ton of cantrips to... Oh. The ward is 3, right? Yeah, okay. So I can let that tap to attack and then just try to kill it. And pay for the ward. I mean, if you have double Spell Pierce, you're casting it. I don't know why this is so hard. Just cast the Spell Pierces. There you go. That was a vexing decision, I guess. I left them with I left them dumbfounded. I don't know why. So we go to 1. I think I have to. I don't think it's realistic to kill this 1 Arclight Phoenix. I don't really know what that's even accomplishing. I really don't. So. Okay, so play that. Probably end up beholding the multiverse. But as it stands, I'll just pass. I think I'm kind of safe. Is it charm? I'd say this probably guarantees the... Nope. I'm gonna change the equation on that. Oh my goodness. What are we doing? That does not have haste. But I can't answer it. So unfortunately, it's pretty likely they find... Oh wow, their hand was not... Well, I mean, they had a counterspell in it. Yep, here comes the... So I don't have quadruple answers to Arclight Phoenix. I only have triple. And I believe they have all 4. Okay, no, there's only 3. There's only 3 in the graveyard. So I guess I am technically still alive. Oh, wow. Okay, they're swinging with just this. They didn't get the Phoenixes? No way. So I have... No, I don't have to. I can do this. Pay 3. So, yep, I have to do this or I'm dead. Yep. And then I do this. And I'll probably cast Fatal Push, because otherwise... What am I doing? Alright. So I can kill Ox, but I should wait till combat, right? Let's play this one. That and this. And then I wait till combat, because I don't want my opponent to draw pre-combat to get their Phoenixes back, in which they would kill me. I'm going to have to just, like, full stop counter them as they show up, because, again, it's super easy for them to, like, find it. They do get to recast this Ox right now, unfortunately. But it is what it is. I mean, I can kill it again. I wonder if they have Play with Fire. Just like a 1 of Play with Fire to smack me in the face. No. Alright, so we start with this. There are the Cling to Dusts. So I will take both. And I will start gobbling these up. Before my opponent finds like a efficient card to deal with those. And then I pass. And I can go for the throat this. They have another Phoenix they haven't found yet, which when they play it out of hand at some point would be kind of problematic, I think. Alright. I assume that means it's in their hand, right? Because this is the rest of the deck. So the Arclight, the last Arclight's in hand. They can cast it alongside the other one as it stands. But they have to do that before they go to combat, so I could, like, eat... Well, no, because then I'd die to that, so... Yeah, let's see what they do. Might as well cast both, right? You can cast Phoenix. Okay, well, they've seen their whole deck. They've seen their whole deck. They know these two cards. If they go straight to combat, I think I just, like... Okay. Well, they did draw the last card in their deck, so they didn't give themselves a chance for a second turn, which is kind of strange. I think we're going to do that now. They could have double counterspell, but they kind of need it. Okay. So we take 3, we go to 4. They can't cast Ox again. Yep, wow. Crazy, crazy game. My opponent spent the first 6 turns basically doing nothing. They just like land go, land go, land go. This is also a game where my opponent cast a lot of cantrips on my turn. I think they cast 2, maybe even 3 of these considers on my turn. Imagine they had another pile of Arclight Phoenixes to throw at me at some point in this game. But they chose not to, because they were casting them on my turn. Now, that was a time which they didn't have Phoenixes, but if you're willing to do this, like, you know, play lands and go and not actually do anything, you should hold as many cantrips as possible to constantly threaten the Phoenixes, and they just didn't do that. But we did barely, we did get there. We did get there. This is a game where I targeted a Hall of the Storm Giant twice and paid for the ward twice. I'm curious what these final 5 cards were. Well, Swamp. Oh, nuts. Okay, good. No Thoughtseize. Whew. Got scared. Got scared. I might actually move over to best of 3. Normal Magic. Finally just play normal Magic for once in my life. I'm overdue for it. Okay. Liliana. Come on. Liliana the Veil. Nice and innocent. No Thoughtseize. Just straight up Liliana the Veil. Each opponent enters the battlefield, discards when this is put into the graveyard. Okay. Interesting. That's cute. I have not seen this card yet. Oh, come on. Wait, why wouldn't you just lead with Thoughtseize? What? Opponent just straight up did not lead with Thoughtseize. That is... that is unusual to me. So mono black discard, huh? Or I assume mono black is always just discard centric. It's not just like a unique thing to my opponent's deck. Alright. Okay. This tap pass. Kinda getting nervous here. I don't expect the Gearhulk to be all that great, to be honest. But maybe it'll hit some once or twice, who knows. Might actually get a counterspell out of it, too. Be nice. Oh, there's the Liliana, which I cannot counter. Okay, rip. Yeah, the surprise turn 3 Thoughtseize, rip. Okay, so the make disappear is not looking too good, but to be honest, neither is the fatal push, so just get rid of that instead. I don't really want a Field of Ruin. My opponent definitely has Hive. Oh, that was an awesome draw. Yeah, that was just good. That's really good here. Because now I can play off the top of my deck very well. That was very good. All of my spells come with a threat. So my opponent has to, like, start to close this up. What the? Each player draws and... okay. Oh, I guess waste not. Yeah, waste not. That's fine. Oh, no. Beseech. What does this get? Shieldred? I have no idea. I can't imagine it doesn't get Shieldred. Oh, wow. What a surprise. Each player discards 2, loses 4. Alright, so we cast this. We counter that. Yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't counter it. And then I make a shark, so the Liliana Edict doesn't work. Oh, I want this. Oh, I want that. We want that. Oh, come on. Come on. Really? Come on. Cut me a break. Last card, Fatal Push. Give me a break. Okay, so playing this is just like actual pain, but I gotta do what I gotta do. So we do it. That was a good draw. This one not so much. I think I just snap caster right now. Unfortunately, this does not work because I'm at 6 instead of 5. Do I kill Liliana? No, that's stupid. Non-token creature. Alright, so we might beat the really good Fatal Push here. I wonder if they plus this. Do you plus this? I feel like you do. Maybe you minus? Minus push or something? I don't know. No idea what you do here. Oh, you just draw a land. Alright. That's what you do. Cool. They just plus, right? No, they don't. Wow. I feel like plussing is slightly better. Leaving me with these seems like a bit of a mistake. Oh, draw last. Order lol. Yep, I think they should have waited. That was a bit of a mistake. Looks like they just drew a land. Alright, so I just easily kill this Liliana. And then do I play a land? I do, because this is 7. And I put it on blue or black. Doesn't matter too much. I guess black. And we play the control game still. And we're not too upset with that one. We're not too upset with that one at all. Oh my goodness. Sure. Alright, yeah, they're probably just gonna scoop the moment I cast a counterspell. Like, the game's now just over. Bona says, oops. Good game. Yeah, there's literally nothing you can do. Alright, guess it's not good game. The early GG, I guess? What is that? Sure. Alright, opponent's in it to win it still. Although this just makes it so they're dead again. We're winning here? I'd say we're winning here. Another removal spell. Alright, you got it. Shark Typhoon, and really would have loved a counter spell, but beggars can't be choosers. Oh look, more sharks. Cool. Okay, well, there's nothing in the entire format that saves them, so this game is over. Opponent has the Mirrex. What is the Mirrex copy? What does that card do? Alright, opponent wanted to make game actions before they scooped. Alright. I've noticed I've gotten a lot of Island Field of Ruin hands, but I actually specifically Island Field of Ruin consider have been like the Triforce for me here. Alright, this looks like actual elves. Yeah, sweeping the board against decks that spam creatures that replace themselves is not how you win. Oh no, it's black-green elves. They have that weird thing that drains me for all their elves. And probably Thoughtseize. We just keep the board clear early. I think that's fine. Not the strongest counter spell, but I mean, this is their whole deck, right? Might as well use what I can when I can. Can't be convinced to Field of Ruin. Let's just stop both of those. Sure, you can have your Matadors. Alright, so play this pass. I can make a 2-2. I can just counter some random spooky scary. Is that spooky scary? Mill 3. Okay, that's just like spooky scary value. Let's just answer the spooky scary. I will keep the land. I will now sweep the board, and my opponent might scoop. So that's how Elves. That's how the Elves matchup plays out sometimes. They just this happens to you. Who knows? Can still come out of this. That is a perfect way to come out of this. It is an absolutely oh, alright, not the scariest two Elves there. Alright, back to windmill slamming these. Clearly no Boseiju, right? They didn't play a land last turn, so yep, no Boseiju. So do I run out the second one of these? Okay, actually, I think I do now because I drew this and I don't want to lose to War Master's stupid ability. So. Yeah, let's just cycle this for 3. I can find a land that I'd want to play right now, so I'll just do it now. It's not like I'm hiding anything. My opponent can't respect anything. It's not like they're going to hold a cow like a threat or something. Alright, so at this point it's very difficult for them to win or do anything at all. That is a God tier top deck, but we have a God tier card for it. Yeah. Look, it's a Field of Ruin Consider hand with a blue source. These 3 cards can't elude me. I don't know why. For some reason this just keeps happening. I swear. I'm not a WotC employee. I don't get the perfect hands. This is a free-to-play account, I swear. All right, maybe we're back to the old Arclight Phoenix here. Oh, maybe actually genuinely. Monka, Monka, maybe. I'll take the land. Play said land. Pass said turn. Love to see a cantrip here. 2 Gear Hulks and a 3rd to help with the quest. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Gear Hulk does do it. I didn't even like picture Gear Hulk as a creature. My brain is just so like creatures are a foreign concept to me. It's a card type that I don't understand. It's It's Lovecraftian to run creatures in my mind. But you're right. I can do quest progress in this deck. Oh shoot, it's an end step opt. So we love to see these because they're not helping towards Arclight. Love to see that. Okay. Clearly no Arclight. Clearly no Spell Pierce. Actually, please Spell Pierce this. Please Spell Pierce this. Please. Nice. Alright. Oh, other Spell Pierce. Whatever. Same it. I would love to see that repeatedly. Because I want answers to be usable. Alright. It's funny, cantripping looking for cantrips is just like the funniest thing to me. Trying to like do the Arclight Phoenix thing. Yeah, creatures do make your deck weaker. Imagine all the dead removal your opponent will have if you don't have any creatures. I've actually just countered 40 cards. Alright, I can't realistically Field of Ruin. So. They will pull ahead in lands if I miss them, that's for sure. Cantrips aside. It's just funny, like, cantripping for more cantrips because you want the Arclight Phoenixes in the graveyard. Oh, is this the red one? I think I will counter the red one. It is. I will counter this one. This one is spooky. It's also kind of unusual. Big score. Very unusual. I will also fight over that. I think they have a Spell Pierce, though. No, or they do and it wasn't worth it. That is also a possibility. Could have a second one of these. Nope. They just didn't want to get themselves into trouble, I guess. Land? You know what? I'll keep that. I will keep that. We will do this. Because it could be, didn't say, saw it coming or whatever it's called. My opponent might have that one on their radar. Oh, alright. Snap past the turn. Love it. Alright, counter my card draw. Dang it. I will keep Cling to Dust, just in case something bad happens. Let's do this. Cling to Dust if it is whatever. Primal... Oh, Prismari Command, gotcha. I was about to say Primal Command. That is Historic Brawl, that's not here. Alright, they got rid of 2 lands, but they've made their treasure for their Polymorph card. Okay, I don't have an answer to this one. So now they have tokens for their Polymorph thingy, if that's what this is. I don't know what the Polymorph payoff is in Blue-Red. I think it is just Gear Hulk. Which I'm not too concerned about, honestly. Do I want to keep this? Probably not. Probably not. Can I cycle this safely? I think I'm going to hold on to it. I think we're going to do that. We're just going to do this and go to discard, get rid of a land. That's fine. I mean, the Shark Typhoon would have been fine, maybe. It's not like I have counterspells in hand. So, like, tapping out for a turn. Maybe that's just what I need to do. Rip the Band-Aid off. Odawaru's already been played as well, so they can't bounce it. I just don't know what's happening. Xenagos? What? So, World Spine Worm Xenagos? And they just kill you? That's kind of cute. That has to be what this is, right? So I leave Cling to Dust in hand so I don't ever die to that, I think? Right? I just leave Cling to Dust whenever they go for the worm. This is kind of exciting. I think if I let it resolve, it gets 3 5/5s, right? It gets 3 5/5s. Yeah, maybe I should, like... Maybe I should do something about that. Alright, so there's one creativity down. I think I'll poke myself and cycle one of these, and I might as well eat, no, let's eat the creativity. Maybe they can, like, mission briefing. They might have, like, a one-of mission briefing. Just not want to have those in the graveyard. The End. Okay, that's also very good against the worm, right? I think it's the worm. I could be completely wrong, but I assume the card that, like, they want to cheat is the worm. Alright. Swan Song. That's a hard counter. Surprised to see it here. Surprised that's, like, what you... Swan Song. Interesting. Okay. Again, countering card draw does not seem super ideal. Like, it just doesn't seem where they want to be. Still going to hold this Field of Ruin just in case my opponent somehow has a Hall of the Storm Giant. Okay, we can cycle this once. Let's get rid of, I guess, the hard counter. I gotta make sure I don't deck out before them. If that came up. Which, I mean, it could. We're technically in the races for it to happen here. I gotta be careful when I cast the Shark Typhoon. if like ever, because I don't want to like just die because I tap too low and I can't stop my opponent from front loading a combo. Yep, can't really do much about that one. So they got their tokens, so be it. These are tokens I can't kill. Alright, well, now we'll find out what's going on. It has to be the World Spine Worm. Has to be, right? Okay. They did 2 things, though. But there's only 1 worm, so that's unusual. Make disappear. Ah! Super witty. Look at that. I like it. So they goes back into the deck. That's super witty. Alright, at least we get to use this. Wait, no it doesn't! I get to eat it with the Cling to Dust. I totally forgot. Well, we saw them sack 2 permanents, so this actually just never, yeah. Oh, that's great. That's hilarious. This just doesn't save them. Oh, this is a cool game. That was a cool game. Alright, so I assume when I kill these, the game's over. Oh, it's just gonna force me to do it, and I will. Do I do this on 5? Surely I don't get in trouble for that, right? No punish. Oh, I snap-clicked that. They don't even know I have a counterspell. I clicked it past priority so fast. Yep. We saw the creativities just have no... like, nothing, so... Okay, so we eat this token. I'll hold on to the counterspell. I think it's a little bit more important. I think at this point I will just play a Shark Typhoon. Because again, the worm is gone, right? It was the only creature, because they creativity 2 permanents, and only got 1 thing out of it, so it's the only thing to get. The other one being Xenagos, obviously. This is the 3rd Mirror Breaker, so there's 1 more, which I guess I'll try to fight over. Oh no, they have the answer. Wait, they gave me a token though. Now they can't swing with the tokens. They can't actually swing with it, so it didn't actually matter. Yeah, countering or not, that's actually really funny. Okay, so yeah, we just double block here. That's hilarious. The Swan Song token doing them dirty. Because they can't ever get Devotion. There's not enough permanents to ever get Devotion, so that just would never matter. Alright, well, I'm not going to swing just to avoid any weird shenanigans. This game is absolutely not about swinging, right? I'm not going to kill my opponent by the time they do the thing that they want to do. As much as I'd love to cast as Gear Hulk to complete my quest faster, it's my only counterspell currently, and I'd rather just be ultra conservative with it. So, I like this a lot. It's right up my alley, obviously. But the problem is, when you're playing best of 1, you gotta like stretch your resources to be solid at kind of dealing with a wide range of things. So you only have like, oh, 2 Go for the Throats, but they're bad against Hammer Time. You know, oh, 2 Change the Equations, but they're bad against Mono Black. So you're stretched pretty thin, but that's just the price because you don't have a sideboard. It's a lot harder to, have a bad matchup game 1 and then have that matchup be far better games 2 and 3. So that's just the problem with Control specifically in best of 1. As opposed to best of 3. Whereas like aggro is always aggro. It just either wins or it loses. Elves are always elves. combo is always combo. You know, Arclight Phoenix is always Arclight Phoenix. It doesn't really need to accommodate a wide range of things. It's just doing its own thing, and best of one is where it's want to be. So Control specifically struggles with that. But for the resources we had and stuff, I felt like I played pretty tight games. This is what I want to do. I love Control, so I'll probably do best of 3 next time and just bite the bullet, just start playing the traditional Magic. I'm just used to Hearthstone. I play so much Hearthstone, like the best of one format and stuff. It's just up my alley. But I'm no stranger to best of 3. I used to play super sweaty best of 3 when I played to climb to Mythic every season. I played Blue White Control, and I never played anything else. And I was climbing to Mythic every month, but boy, did that burn me out after like the 5th time. So I stopped doing that. But I mean, if I do start to climb and I start to see less and less cool decks and it's all like the same 3 decks, I can just play a different format. It's totally fine, right? And that's not even a big deal. It's not like I hate that. It's just, that takes a mindset that I might not be I'm not stepping back in that. Maybe I don't know. There's nothing up there for me in Mythic. There's nothing up there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It comes with the territory, But as it stood, ramble aside, I really did like this. It's super fun. I love the Gear Hulk win condition strategy. Like, it's just super satisfying. I mean, there's only one, but I got the fancy art for it, and I'll be damned if I don't throw it in here. Shark Typhoon as a win condition is also awesome. I like it as a cantrip too. It's just a really solid card, and every game I won, it was basically between one of these 5 cards here. Some people just scoop once you've displayed a complete lockout of resources. They have 2 cards and you have 20, and they're lands in hand, and then you're answering their board repeatedly and stuff like that. There weren't too many go wide strategies, but I was kind of expecting to need more sweepers, and for the most part I actually didn't wind up needing more. So that was interesting to note. I know in Modern, right, like there aren't too many go wide strategies. It's usually, efficient removal for efficient threats, as opposed to like, oh, they played 3 things, time to cast Supreme Verdict. That doesn't happen too often, but it still kind of does. But yeah, the go wide thing was not as prolific as I had thought it would be. Especially from the other day, the last video I made. It was a lot more on the boots on the ground style decks. But yeah, the Field of Ruins were pretty useful. In any time in which it would have mattered that I needed to blow up a manland, it would have been nice. There was a Hall of the Storm Giants. I think ended up killing me, in which I should have blown it up with this, but it just wasn't on my radar, and I just blew up a random land to like color fix myself. But had I known. But all in all, I like this. Let me know what you thought about this iteration of best of 1 Explorer blue-black Control. I know, very specific. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.